So
Hey
that
there,
means
let's
even if a
explore how
child
our
wants to
brains
learn
adapt
from
and
this one
thrive in today's
geographic
tech driven world.
then over time, of course, I will remember this one. But the more I will do this one, the weaker will get the neural networks for the other one. So from that perspective, I'm not sure what kind of parameter or what kind of condition should happen to us experience like a stronger or bigger component or bigger use of the same neural network that we have in our brains.
And one thing people don't think they realize like the more you learn, the more you know, the bigger your brain gets, right? It's not like a limited amount of knowledge your brain has. Like you can have like 5 PhDs of all this knowledge, right? I think people don't realize that.
Let's use an example of languages. So there are people that know one, two, three, some people know 10. And then is the question, the connections in the brain? Yes, it does. But then maybe the person who speaks 10 languages doesn't play piano and doesn't play guitar. And maybe the person speaking 5 languages plays guitar, piano, and saxophone. It's I would touch the time perspective because things change over time. Everything changes over time. And also the use of the brain and the stronger neural networks, which represent our current active habits and activities, I think that amount doesn't differ much. No matter what we do. If we do something, well, if it's, then it's a low activity. But if we compare the number of hours, if the person uses 14 hours of activities, whether that's job or sports or music or teaching or learning, neural networks will be strengthened. And then if the different person does 14 hours something else, I think the same amount of neural networks will be triggered and developed and strengthened.
Also, I think that your brain like prioritizes stuff for you. Like back in the day, I could probably remember 40, 50 phone numbers, right? But now I don't have to. I can barely remember my kids, like anyone else, my friends. I have to go to the phone, right? So I think your brain like subconsciously like prioritizes at least what you don't need to know, right?
That's what the brain does. I think, again, we come back to the very evolutionary foundation, which means our body is designed to sort of primary mechanism for that is the law of energy conservation. And I call it shortcuts. So our nature has given us to go through life finding shortcuts that would require less energy to achieve what we want. And those shortcuts are not good or bad. It's just where we apply it. And if, for example, let's take the students, and if they make a shortcut by copying something from somewhere else, it's a wrong shortcut. Well, generally, it's a good idea. You optimize for the energy that you invest in making your assignment, but do it in the wrong way. So you apply the wrong shortcut to the wrong place. But everything else, as we develop our environments that don't require us to use our brain for memory, because the computers and technology memorizes things for us and we just ask, then it opened up us opportunities. What do we do with it? And most of the people, or many people, become afraid because they don't know what next. But the next is, if you don't need to remember the phone numbers, it's in your brain to learn how to prompt artificial intelligence to deliver what you want. And I think that's very fair because it wasn't there before. So you had to remember the phone numbers. Now you don't. So you have new opportunities that didn't exist before.
Yeah, I agree. So this one like this, so like suppose like you go to your computer, right? And this place your computer, say like, um, this operating space using 50% of the energy, just using this. Is there something out there that could say, okay, look at Jason's body, 50% of the energy by the blood system, 5% by this? Is there something that shows like how much energy each part of your body is making, is used? I'm just making this shit up.
We are from using biological energy, including chemicals, vitamins, minerals, supplements, and everything else. And those give opportunity for our cells, brain cells, liver cells, kidney cells, blood cells to do their work. And by the way, we can speak later about the anti-aging science and research, which also pretty much has uncovered that there is one molecule, and that's the basic fuel for every cell. And if that fuel goes down over years, cells make errors, and this is what we call illness and then aging. And then these scientists say, no, we don't need to go this way. We just supplement it, and the indicators that tells it. Coming back to your question, so I think technically it's possible. Yes, we are electrochemical machines, and we can read where does our biological energy go to, and how it restores itself during the sleep cycle, and also how by taking the food in, we are delivering the necessary energy to the body parts. And even if we do so, my question would be, how can we use it and for what?
Yeah, great point. So obviously, like human tech has gotten better through the ages, right? I'll go back to the original tech I think was fire, right? Then wheels, spears, and arrows all through the years right now. I mean, in last year, the year we've gone from so tech's getting better and better and better. Well, question you is this: like, have we been getting more smarter though? Right? Is the human challenge of man in 2025 on the same level as someone like the year 10,000 BC? Right? Have we gotten smarter? Or are we basically the same ape monkey, and we just been able to transform?